I've spent a total of 400 days in Lego Fortnite. Every 100 days, I upload a mega video where you guys can watch all 100 days combined into one mega video. If you have not seen my previous 100-day videos, make sure you go back. There is a playlist on my channel right now, so you can watch all 400 days. But I hope you guys go on to enjoy the video, and I appreciate you guys being here, and enjoy. So recently, I made a secret base over in this cave right here, and I have another sand cave over there that I want to build in, and then I also have a snow cave right over behind my snow village. So I do want to build in both of those locations as well. I do have a few materials on me. I do need to get a few more, so let me go get a few more like pieces of wood and granite. But other than that, we should be ready to build right off the bat. And another thing I did end up doing was sorting every single one of my chests. Every single item has its own place within all of these chests, and I think I have all of the stones and everything over here if I remember correctly. And up here, yep, all of the granite is up here, so I should have a good amount of stuff. I have marble all in there, obsidian all in there, and then just so much stuff in every single chest, and it's all organized. So now I know where everything is. I no longer have just chests filled with tons of random stuff, so that's really nice. But now it is time to go over to the snow cave, and we can start building in the snow cave. And if you guys have not seen my previous video, I will show you how to get into like the shell of the cave. It's really cool that you're able to do it. I don't know if it's necessarily intended, because I wouldn't be surprised if Epic does eventually end up patching this, because I don't feel like it's supposed to be in the game, just because when you're down there, it kind of is a little bit glitchy. But I'm gonna make my way over to the snow village, and we can start building in there. I've never been in the shell of the desert or snow cave, so I think it should be a little bit different. If anything, it's definitely gonna have the blue tent around it that you see when you like first walk up to it, but we will definitely have to check it out and see how it looks. Also, as a little pit stop in our snow village, I'm gonna talk to all of the villagers. I think, oh no, Polar Pewley does not have anything for us. One of these guys should be making food for us, hopefully. Okay, he made a little bit. I feel like there should be a little bit more than that. Raptor, are you making anything? He has heavy wool and stuff like that. Okay, I don't need any of that stuff. We did get 30 corn on the cob, so that should be plenty for our mission today. And I do have both of my inner fire charms, so I should take no damage from being too cold, which will be really nice. But the cave should be right over this hill, and then we could just start building right away. For this one, I don't think I'm gonna make it where everything is inside of here, because in my previous build, I made a bedroom, I made a chest room, and then I also ended up making like a whole workstation area. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is just making like a big bedroom, make it completely my own, and I think it will turn out very, very cool. But it should be right over this way, and then we will be able to get into it, and I'll show you guys how to get into it and get out of it and everything like that, so you guys don't have to worry about like getting stuck or anything like that. Which I got a few comments on my video last time. You guys got stuck in there, which I did warn you guys to make sure you either bring a grappler or extra pieces of wood. So I'm sorry if you guys got stuck, and if you did, if I had a guess, maybe if you walk all the way to the edge of the cave and you log out and log back in, if you get lucky, it might spawn you on top of the rock. This is the cave right here, and the easiest way to do this is just to simply grab a bed, and when you have the bed, you're gonna want to push it under the rocks. So you should be able to just do it like that, and honestly, I don't know if that's far enough in. We will just have to end up seeing. But there we go. We just sleep in the bed, and now you can hop out, and boom, we are inside. You just run around, and there we go. We are inside, and this is going to become your secret base. And this one might seem a little bit bigger than the other one. So if anybody wants to leave this cave, which eventually you're gonna want to, you just come up to the entrance of the cave, which is right on this side. You have to come up on top of this little box, and you just exit the cave. So you'll just enter it, and I'll show you guys just as a quick example on how to do it. So when you enter the cave, you will spawn in at the bottom of the cave, and then all you have to do is exit the cave. And when you exit the cave, you spawn right back where you originally started. So if you did want to leave and go back to your village and get like more resources or anything like that, you can. And then once again, to get back in, you just come over to your bed, you do sleep, and then you jump out, and you kind of just run around a little bit. Sometimes it is a little glitchy, and there we go. Okay, we're finally in. So yes, sometimes it is a little bit glitchy. So first things first, we do need to end up placing a bed, and I feel like this blue bed is the perfect bed to place, and I think I'm gonna place it like right over here. I think right there's probably gonna be the best, just like that. And now our bed is down, and I think this time I'm gonna end up leaving the ground the way it is if I'm able to place things. I need to make sure I am able to place everything down here, which it does look like I'm able to place things, so that is perfect. And yeah, I think it's just time to start building. So first things first, we do need to decorate our bedroom. So let me quickly come over here, and oh my gosh, we could add a well. Okay. We'll get to that in a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. First things first, we do need to start building our bedroom out. So let me quickly run over here and we can kind of see what we're working with. So we have a big wall right here and then another big wall. And I think I'm going to make it very similar to my other base, but I will change it up a little bit. So I think I'm going to place down this red sofa like right there. And this will kind of act like our TV, and then we'll put a TV on the wall right over here. For the TV on the wall, I think I'm just going to use this little TV kind of painting looking thing, which, I mean, it doesn't really look like a TV, but you know what? It's the best we got right now, so you know, we got to work with what is given to us. And I think that's probably the best we're gonna do. Now we need to end up building like a TV stand or something under it. This guy right there is the perfect thing to build. So now we have our TV stand and we got our TV, and then we can end up adding like plants or maybe even like barrels on each side. So we can place like a barrel right there, and then we can end up placing like multiple barrels on this side just like that. And it is getting dark, so I do need to start adding some lights. So because it is getting nighttime, I think it is the perfect time to start adding light. And can I place some? I'll place one above the TV like that, and then I'm kind of just gonna place them all around this place. And with our living room done, I think it looks pretty good, but I feel like we also need to add some other things. Can we add shelves on this back wall? We can, but it's a little bit glitchy, so I probably will not, just because, you know, it won't look the best. But we can add a couple things like this bookshelf. We can place this right over here in that corner like that, and then we can also look at some other items to place. We can place this guy like right in front of our bed, something like that. I think that looks pretty good. And then we can end up placing a desk. I think I'm gonna place the desk over here next to this little I don't even know what you consider this thing. I guess it's just like a shelf, a little storage shelf. I'm gonna place the desk next to this little shelf thing, and then we also need to add a chair just like this. Boom, there we go. So now we got our desk down, we got our chair, and I feel like our living room / bedroom is coming together really nicely. But personally, I hate the dark, so I'm gonna quickly make it daytime. All right, so it is now daytime and it looks so much better. I don't know, I wish they added at least something so you can sleep through the night, because every single time it turns night, I literally just quit the game and have to reload so it, you know, it turns day. Which, if you guys do not do that, like, I highly suggest it. Unless you like the night, like, go for it. But I hate the night. So the next thing I'm gonna add is actually gonna be over here in this corner, and I feel like I should add like a fireplace, just because, you know, it is really cold where I'm currently at. It is literally the snow biome, so I do want to place down a little area where we can make a fireplace, which I do need to place like a flooring to begin with, and then I need to place walls just so I get like the perfect area, just to make sure, you know, I can place it. And I think something like that will work. We can place the fireplace right here, and then I can build it up all the way through the roof and make it look like, you know, a normal fireplace. But now we need to grab some walls, and I think for the walls, the best thing I could probably use are these guys right here. I ended up coming up with this right here, and now we can place a fireplace right in the middle just like that. And it kind of acts like a fireplace. I should add some railing around the outside right here. So let me see if I can find any railing that, you know, looks halfway decent. And I feel like this castle railing might look pretty good. So I'm going to place one right there, and then one right there. And then we can go in the middle and end up placing something right in the middle as well. So just like that. And I feel like that looks pretty good. So this is our little fireplace area. You know, we can keep warm during the winter, which, you know, it always is the winter in the snow biome, but that's besides the point. Now we can make a little seating area around the fireplace. So I do need to see what seating I want to use, and I feel like these park benches are probably going to be perfect. I'm just going to place 3 around in like a little square just like this. And yeah, I feel like that looks pretty good. You know, we can come here, sit down, and then there's a nice fireplace for everyone to keep warm. And I feel like we need to add at least something right in the middle. So let me look around and see if I can find anything to put in the middle. I feel like that does not look good. So I placed these chairs down, which kind of act like a table. So I feel like this is definitely going to be the best way I can make this look. But I think we should add a statue in one of the corners. So let me quickly find the statues, and I could end up placing something like either this guy. Okay, this guy might be a little too big to put in that corner, but maybe something like this. Okay, that guy's pretty cool, but let's see what else we have. There's a guy with an axe, and then we have these training dummies as well. I feel like the guy with the axe is definitely going to be best. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. And then maybe we can can even add the guy with the sword on the other side just like that. And yeah, okay, so this is our fireplace done, and I feel like it looks really good. I like the way it turned out. I love the lights on the wall, and then we also have a little seating area, and then we have 2 statues on each side, so I think this looks pretty good. Also, if you made it this far in the video, make sure you subscribe. At 50,000 subscribers, I'm going to be flipping a coin for a 50% chance to do a face reveal. So if it lands on heads, I'm going to be doing a face reveal. If it lands on tails, then you know what, at 100k we're flipping the coin again. So subscribe for a 50% chance at a face reveal. And while you're down there, might as well like the video, turn on notifications, and comment down below fireplace, because we are sitting in front of the fireplace. Every person that does, I will be giving a hearted comment to. So yeah, thank you guys. So I feel like for right now, this side of the room is complete. I feel like it looks really good. Our bedroom for the most part is complete. I do need to end up adding something in this area right here. Now we need to start decorating this area over here, and I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm completely honest. There's just not enough stuff in here to make it like fully feel like it's complete. So I feel like we need to end up adding a bathroom. So I'm gonna place, you know, a little toilet right there. We're gonna place a bathtub right there, and I feel like so far that looks pretty good. But we can also end up adding a couple other things. We definitely need to add a sink, so we're gonna add a sink right over here. Just, I think like right over there is pretty good. Yeah, so we're gonna add a sink, a toilet, and a bathtub. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is placing some cabinets all the way along the back side over here. So I wonder if I'm able to make these. Yes, okay, I can literally make these line up perfectly. And I can maybe switch it up a little bit. Okay, that one's too tall. Maybe something like this. Okay, I can't make that close enough. Maybe this one. Yeah, okay, so that one looks pretty good. And then maybe we can go with like something like this, which it does clip into the side of the mountain, but I feel like it looks okay overall. And maybe I can even add one more thing over here. So I can add something like that. We need one more piece right over here, just like that. Okay, so I feel like this looks the best. You know, it kind of gives it a wall type of effect, but you can still see, you know, the cave behind it, which looks really cool. So now we have our bathroom, we have our bedroom done, and then we also have our fireplace done. I feel like there's a couple more things we can add to make it look, you know, 100% done. And I do kind of want to add this well, because I feel like it just looks so cool. I love the well, so I might just end up placing it like right there. That looks pretty cool. And I think for the last thing I need to add is going to be right over here. I'm going to add a big table, so you know I have somewhere to eat. I definitely need to, you know, keep up and make sure I'm eating, because as of right now I literally have no hunger. So now I need to eat in the game as well. I don't need a table to eat at, fortunately, in the game, because I don't have one yet. But I will end up making a table right here. I did run out of some wood, so I'm going to quickly go back to my base and get the wood, and then I'll be right back. So coming up to the cave, you literally cannot tell that there's a base in here whatsoever. It is so perfect. Nobody will ever know, as long as Epic does not patch this. And oh my gosh, okay, well, they might know, because one of the shelves I placed is sticking through, but you know what, that's besides the point. I'm not really hiding from anyone, so it should be fine. But now I just need to find my bed. I believe, yep, it was right here. So now we should be able to sleep and just jump out, and hopefully we fall down soon. Boom, we fell down just like that. And guys, this place looks so good. We have a little wishing well. We got a nice little campfire with 2 really cool statues. We have a bathroom, which honestly I should end up placing some walls on the bathroom, but you know what, it's okay. And then we even have our bedroom over here. But it is time to start building this table, so let me quickly get the materials, and then we can finish up this build and move on to the desert biome. For the seating of the table, I did just add these little benches. I think these look pretty good, and they go all the way around, and there is a ton of seating. But we do need to decorate the table as well, so let me quickly grab some decorations, and then I feel like these bowls will look pretty good. And then we can even add some knives like that, and then maybe, oh, dinner time. That's literally what this table is for, so that's perfect right there. And then let's see what else. Oh, we can add, oh, this is a big knife. Okay, that's definitely needed, so I'm glad we got that one. And I feel like we pretty much got everything. We can add these ones over here just like that. And yeah, I think we literally have everything that we need to place. Maybe we can place these larger ones as well. And there we go. I feel like that is definitely the best we are going to be able to do as of right now. We got our entire bedroom fully complete, which I feel like it looks so good. Another thing we could end up adding are some little side tables right over here. Let me quickly get some. I feel like maybe something, just a nice little thing just like that on each side. And yeah, that's perfect. And yeah, I think this is fully complete. I do need to come through here and add rugs, like maybe a rug right here. I definitely need to add some in the bathroom area, and then I don't know if I'll add any over by the campfire, but overall I feel like this looks really good. I think this one might be my favorite so far out of all of the ones I built. I think I'll quickly need to go get some more materials so I am able to build everything that I want to, and then I'll be able to run over to the desert biome and start building over there as well. Also, in the village I built yesterday, I ended up getting Maisie, which I did see a comment I think a few videos ago saying that she was another one of the rare villagers. So I think I literally have every rare villager now. If anything, I need to get frozen fish stick, but I have frozen Peely, I have Yeti, I now have her, and I have Gus that is in my desert biome. So I think for the most part I literally have every single rare villager. I need to head over to the desert biome and start building my secret desert base, which is going to be so sick. So here is our desert base, and oh my gosh, it is going to be so cool. I do have my sky base up there, which is just as cool, but I feel like this one's going to be a little bit better. So let me quickly jump in here, and it is getting nighttime, so I gotta make it daytime again. All right, so once again, we need to find a good spot where we can end up placing this bed, and I feel like right over here in this area will be perfect. So let me quickly grab the bed, and then we will be able to, you know, just glitch inside, which with your bed like that, you should be able to jump right inside, and I do see the inside. I think I might need to break it, and okay, we're able to break it. Boom. And now we should start building in here, and oh my gosh, there's a huge rock in here, so that's not good. And wait, there's chests and stuff in here. Wait, is there stuff inside of these chests? I did not place this. Okay, guys, I did not place this. If you saw my video a couple days ago, I did end up gifting one of my friends my sky base, and I was messing with him a little bit, so maybe he ended up coming down here and making a secret base. I need to see if there's anything in these chests. But before we look in the chests, I do see a bed, and if it was my friend, I feel like he would be assigned to this bed, so it might not be him, but I am so confused. Either someone like somehow got into my world, or it's my friend and I literally just found his secret base. But yeah, in this first chest there is literally granite, and this is not stacked. Okay, that's annoying. That's my biggest pet peeve. You got to stack all of your items, and he has a ton of wood. Okay, I'm literally just gonna steal all of this. No, nobody tell anybody. Okay, I am so confused because now I can no longer build in here. I have an idea. Comment down below if you guys want me to fully redecorate this area for him, or maybe I just leave it alone and I go build somewhere else. But let me know down below if I should either redecorate this for him or I just, you know, go build somewhere else. But I think it is time to get out of here before he catches me down here, because if he catches me down here, it's going to be a hard thing to explain. So today I plan on building a mega base once again, but my plan for today is to use all of the prefabs. I'm going to be building every single building that you can in the game. I did collect a lot of materials. I have a ton of granite in my chest, and then as well as I just collected a ton of wood. So I think I should have enough wood to build everything and granite. If anything, I might have to go grind a little bit more just to make sure I have all of the materials. But first things first, I need to find a place to build this thing. And if you guys are wondering why I'm not completing this mega build right here, I don't know if you guys could just tell, but whenever I run in this area, it gets super laggy. I just think the game is not ready for super big builds like this one to be complete, because if I complete this build, I feel like I'm not even going to be able to go in my main village. And obviously all of my items are here, all of my machines are here, all my villagers are here, everything like that. So I do not want to just completely ruin this village right now. I think there's going to be an update to Lego Fortnite sometime in January. So if I had to guess, within the next couple week or two, we're going to get an update, and then hopefully they allow us to build bigger items and they optimize the game a little bit more. But hopefully then I will be able to complete this build. But I just do not want to make it so my village is completely useless. So I think down here, right in this area down here, will be the perfect place to start placing all of the items. And I'm going to make one big village out of all of these buildings right here. I'm going to use every single building, and I kind of want to make it each section of the village has, you know, a different building in it. And so I think it's going to be really cool. But first things first, I need to get rid of this, and I obviously need to kill the wolf. And then once I clear out this area, I need to see where I can start placing all of these starter shacks. The starter shacks aren't very impressive, but once we move on to the log cabins, some of the log cabins get absolutely ginormous. Like, look at this thing. This thing is literally ginormous. But then we can also move down to the Pleasant Park items, and then the castles, which would be super cool, and then also all of these Japanese style buildings, which are going to be awesome. And then I will also be doing like a little tour of each building inside and just kind of showing you which one one is the best in my opinion. Once I place everything down, the village should look pretty cool, which will be awesome. And then I will also have to decorate it. I don't know if I'll end up decorating it in today's video just because building everything might take a really long time, but we will have to see. I think the village will come out really good, and I'll be able to decorate all of the outsides and the insides of each building. But now we need to look for an area. I feel like this area right here is probably big enough just to start building, and yeah, I think right in here is where I'm going to start building. But to start off with these simple shacks, I don't know if I should build like something like this log lookout, just because like it's pretty useless. We all know what this looks like. It's not going to do anything cool. So I think I'm going to skip that, but we can start off with this simple shack. And oh my gosh, spiders, you got to get out of the way. I'm just going to start off with this simple shack, and I guess I'll end up placing it like right there. I will have to kind of look around as I place more items to see how like everything is coming together, make sure everything looks as good as possible. But I'm going to quickly build all of these simple shack buildings, and then I'll come back and kind of give you guys a tour of each one. So I have made all of the simple shacks, and I feel like everybody has seen all of these already, so I'm going to go through them pretty quickly. This is definitely the first building you build every single time you play the game. You just throw down your crafting bench in here so you can get out of the rain, and you know, you can use it when it is raining. Everybody has built this as well. This one right here, I don't know if everybody's built this. I have never built this one before, but once again, it is just so simple. I feel like nobody really cares about this one. And then this one right here just has a little balcony area, very similar to this build right here. But yeah, these are all very simple builds, so I wanted to go through them very quickly. But yeah, these are all the simple shacks down and complete, and now it is time to start building all of the log sheds. But I need to now think about how I want to start building this. I feel like for one area I can put all of the simple shacks and all of the log sheds together, just because they're kind of basic builds within each other. So I'm gonna just start placing them right here, and I'll go all the way around the outside, and I think I'll place like this guy right here. I wish there was a way where you could make it so it does not go so high up like how it goes so high, but you know what, we can add some flooring around so it's all even. But I'm gonna quickly place all of these log cabins down, and then I'll come back when all of these are down and we can check them out as well. So I've officially built all of the log cabins set, and just to begin, we are going to look at the watchtower. The watchtower is really cool if you put it in the edge of your village, but it is just a normal watchtower. It does go all the way up, and then there's a little room up here that you can put stuff in, which I mean, it is cool but kind of useless. Same with this little shack right here. What is it called? Let me see what it's called. So it's called the log shed, and it only costs 41 wood to make, which is super easy, but it does just have one room. So I mean, it looks pretty cool, but it is definitely very basic. And then I went on to build the jumbo lodge, and the jumbo lodge is definitely way bigger. It has a huge room in here. It has a nice little side room, and then also all the way upstairs it has another really big room. So this one is definitely a good one to make because it has so much space, which if you don't want to make something so big, you can either make the log home, which is right over there, or you can make this log house that has one room right here and then a nice little room right here, which also does not take too much to build as well. It only takes like 100 wood, so that is also really nice and definitely way bigger than the log shed. I suggest making either this one or the log home just because they are decent size and they don't take too much material. But next we have this log home over here, and once again, definitely way bigger, and it has 2 rooms and 2 entrances, but definitely just way bigger overall. And I think this one is definitely one of my favorites to build out of the log home set. And then also we have the biggest one of all of them, which is called the Lonely Lodge, and this thing is massive. This thing is so big. It has a huge area downstairs and then also a huge area upstairs, which is super cool. And then it has 4 entrances and a deck all the way around, which is just as cool. But once I'm done building every single building, I do want to come through here and make sure that there are steps going up to each house so you don't have to jump in. Like this house right here, I need to put some steps. I need to put some steps right here for this one, and then I need to put steps around this Lonely Lodge all the way around, just like that, just like I did here, but all the way around. But yeah, that is all of the simple shacks and then all of the log cabins. I did not make the fence gate just because I don't think I can like make it look good with this build as of right now. I might end up making it later, but as of right now, these are all of the buildings down, and now we can move on to making all of the Pleasant Park homes. And I think I'm going to make this area right here pretty much complete, and then I'm going to have a little walkway come out over here into all of the Pleasant Park homes. So first things first, I do want want to make is this Pleasant Park Pavilion. So I'm going to place this right here, and then I will add all of the houses around, and then we will come back and check out all of the houses as well. So I've officially placed every building within the Pleasant Park prefabs. Just to begin, this is the pavilion. I'm sure you guys have seen this one before. It is very simple. I do like this as the center of a town. You can even end up putting like your center square in here. Then we have our detached garage, and this is very cool. I have a couple of these built over in my skybase, which if you guys have not seen my skybase, I do have a video on that on my channel, but I have put a lot of machines in here, so it kind of just acts like a normal garage, but it is a good place to store all of your machines. And then we come over here, and this is the, let me get the exact name really quick. This right here is the bungalow, and I think this is the smallest house you can end up making, which it is really big. It is very open, and you know, there's a little area right here. I imagine this is probably like a kitchen area. This could be like a living room maybe, and then maybe you have like your bedroom and stuff over in this corner, which I think the house looks really good, but there are definitely better ones, just like this house right here. This one is the spacious home, and the spacious home is the biggest one you can make. And oh my gosh, guys, look how big it is. There is so much room in this front room. There's even like a little side room right here, and then another side room over here, and then there's all the way upstairs even more rooms. One bedroom right here with a hallway that goes into another bedroom that goes into another bedroom. So this has like 6 bedrooms in total. All the way downstairs there's like 3 different rooms, one here, this main room, and then a room right here, and then 3 upstairs. So that's literally 6 bedrooms total, and this is definitely the biggest one. I don't know, I just feel like it's too big and the rooms are too small. This one over here is my favorite. When I'm done building everything, I'm gonna go around and make pathways to each house so I can get into them easier, just like this right here. Like I literally can't get into it, but that's besides the point. Let's get in here. So this one is my favorite. It has a garage, and then it also has a little kitchen area right here, and then also another side room right here, which is really cool. There's just so much space inside of this one compared to the other one, in my opinion. It might not be bigger overall, but I feel like the rooms are definitely better. There's only 2 rooms upstairs, but they are both really big rooms. So yeah, this is a decent sized room right here, and then another decent sized room right here. Let me know which one you think is the best down below out of the Pleasant Park pack. And now I think it is time to start building the castles, if I remember correctly. So yes, it is time to start building the castles, and this is going to be massive. All of these are so big, and oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna need to get a lot of granite to build all of these. I feel like all of these in one town is just gonna look absolutely amazing. But if you guys were unsure on how to get these castle buildings, the majestic manors, you have to get a level 10 village inside of the desert biome, and then you unlock all of these buildings. So if you guys are wondering how to unlock the castles, that's all you have to do is get a level 10 village inside of the desert biome. You can either build it up like a really nice village, make it look really nice, or if you're purely just trying to level the village up, because the hard thing is to get like the village level up, in my opinion, just place a bunch of lumber mills. All of the lumber mills do count towards your like village level, so you can get your village level up really quickly by doing that. But I need to get all of the granite I will need to start building those, and then I will come back when every single one is built, and then we can check them all out. So I've just placed all of the castle buildings, and I'm gonna start with the biggest one over here. Let me see what it is called really quickly, and it's called the Grand Manor, and this thing is absolutely ginormous. There's so many rooms in here. There's a little watchtower right here, which is really cool, and then coming into the main area, there's a nice little downstairs area right here, and then coming upstairs you have a nice little bedroom that also has a nice little balcony that you can see over your entire village. But there is so many rooms in this area. You can come over here, and it does go outside into this courtyard area, but it also goes into another watchtower that's right over here, and it is super cool. There is so much room in this entire build, and there's also another watchtower in this corner, but it goes even higher, and once you're at the very top you can literally see your entire village, which is crazy. But now we can move on to one of these smaller buildings, which this one is called, I believe this is the Manor Stables. So this is just supposed to be a little stable area, but I think this would be perfect for maybe chests or even your machines. Coming around the back, you can tell that there are 2 entrances on most of these, if not more. So this one has an entrance on the back and also on the front, and I do need to figure out a way to make some of these doors work a little bit better, because the way I placed all of these, you know what, I'm gonna have to change a little bit. I do plan on making a walkway to each one of these buildings, so that's gonna be super cool. But the next thing we have is this building right here, which this one is the Humble Manor, which is also really cool. It's just a very nice simple building that has a downstairs with a few areas where you can put chests, but up here as well another area where you can make a bedroom, and then a nice little area in here, which is kind of like a closet. I don't know what you would really put in here, but that is really cool. And then you also have a balcony right here, which I think for most of these I did end up placing like backwards. I feel like they're supposed to go the other way, but the way I placed them I think is perfect for the way my village is. And now we have this building right here, which is this noble manor, which is like kind of a smaller version of the grand manor, but still very, very cool. There's a ton of space. There's tons of rooms in every single one of these, which is awesome. And there's also upstairs in each one as well, which is just as cool. And this one has a courtyard, which is why I placed it the way I placed it. I really like the courtyard being like the entrance instead of being like the back of it. So that's why I placed it the way I did. But then finally we have the final building, which is this huge castle, and it is called the Tower Manor. And I ended up placing this one backwards too. I personally like the way it looks from the outside being in my village, and then the entrance is right over here in the corner. This has a really big room to begin with, and then a nice little watchtower that goes all the way up top. And then you can also get onto the very top of it, the roof, which is really nice. And then coming down here, there is a second story right here, which is very similar to the downstairs, but it's just very big. So this would be like a perfect bedroom area. And then down here you can make like living rooms, and then also different items like a kitchen and stuff like that, which would be cool. But yeah, that is all of the castle buildings all side by side, and I think it just looks amazing. There is one that I did not build, which is once again the entrance, the manor gates, which I don't really know where I'd put this. I do think I could end up placing it like right over here and kind of connecting it to the building, and then kind of close this area off and put it against here, and then the entire village would be kind of enclosed with all of the buildings as the outside. But there is a ton of room where I can decorate and add all sorts of things. But the next thing I do need to add are all of these shogun palaces, and these ones cost a ton of material, so I will have to get all of the material once again. It shouldn't be too bad to get, and once I build everything, it's going to be so worth it. So let me quickly get all of these materials, and then we can start building it. I think I'm going to end up building them right over in this area, and then our village will be complete. And this place is going to look amazing. You can already tell every single building in here looks so cool. Like we have all of the cabins over here, we have the Pleasant Park stuff right here, and then all the castles, and then with all of the shogun pieces over here, the village is going to be complete and looking so good. After that, we will have to decorate though, so that will definitely be fun as well. But let me quickly get all of the materials, and then we can get building. So there we go. We have placed all of the shogun buildings, and these buildings are really, really cool. But I don't know if you guys can see at the top of my screen, it says high complexity area, remove builds or move away. So this might be interesting, trying to decorate this. I don't think I'm going to be able to decorate anything at all. I should be able to decorate a few buildings here and there, because if I move like there to there, it says it's resolved. So we'll have to see, but I hope I am able to at least place like some pathways to each building. But I'm going to show you guys all of these buildings really quick. So first we have this very, very simple building right here. It's just one room, which I mean, it is kind of cool, but I don't think that's one of the cooler ones. But then we have this building over here, which this one is called, let me see, this one is called the Tiered Palace. So the Tiered Palace is, you know, it's all right. It's definitely 2 stories, so it is tiered, and I think it's all right. It's definitely not one that I would like go out of my way to build, but for what it is pretty cheap to build. And I mean, it looks really, really cool. I love the way these buildings look, so that is awesome. And my character is frozen. Okay, we are back. I think the game's gonna have some trouble loading everything in just because of how many buildings are down. This one right here is definitely my favorite. This one is called the Grand Palace, and yeah, it's definitely grand. It has 3 stories. On the bottom, it has a ton of rooms. It has 2 rooms over here, so one right there and then one down there, and then an extra room right here, which is super cool. And then we can head all the way upstairs, and there's like a personal bedroom up here, which is awesome. And yeah, like look at this place. It is so cool. And there is also an extra room right here. So this one is one of my favorites. But then we have this guy over here. I think this one looks the best, but definitely inside is not the best. So this one is very, very simple, but I think it is definitely one of the better ones that you can build. Unfortunately, there are no railings on the inside. So if I were to use this one, I would definitely put railings on the inside, but there are balconies throughout. So like this is awesome that it has this, but overall I just think the other one is so much better. And then all the way up top you have a very open area up here, which is definitely really cool to like hang out at. But overall, I think the Grand Palace is the best one to build. I hope in the upcoming update for Lego Fortnite, they allow us to build more buildings in the area, because the village is very incomplete, but eventually we will be able to fully decorate this entire area, make pathways to every single building, and yeah, this is so cool. But this took forever, so if you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, I appreciate you guys for being here. Right behind me is a temple that I made today, and let me just say, it is ginormous. I don't want to show you too much and spoil it, but we are in the middle of the ocean, so if you guys want to follow along on my Lego Fortnite journey every single day, I do post daily. Make sure you go down below and drop a sub. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So recently, guys, I made a village out of every single building that is in Lego Fortnite as of right now. And if you look at the top of the screen, it says very high complexity area and building is disabled. So I cannot complete this village, which is super unfortunate. I started adding pathways over here, but I ended up having to destroy some, or else my game would just crash every time I ran over here. But I did finish this area over here. I mean, I didn't fully finish it, but I did get the walkway down, which I have a walkway going up to the watchtower and then a walkway all the way through here. I have a little bit of seating and stuff like that. I added this well, but I do need to end up decorating all of the insides of each house. Like over here, I cannot decorate in here because once again, it says building is disabled. So I'm really hoping when Lego Fortnite does get an update, they will increase the amount of items you can put in an area. But overall, I think the village is looking very, very good. I really hope eventually at some point they allow us to put more items down, because I do want to make a pathway going to each area. But that means I can no longer build in this village over here and up in my main village up there. Once again, it is super laggy up there. All of my buildings are getting like super laggy. I feel like I just have too many items in them. So today we're gonna go over to my beach house, and I think I'm gonna build out into the ocean and start making a temple in the middle of the ocean. I think it will look really, really cool. I do have tons of resources on me. Honestly, I have no idea if this is going to be enough, but I think we just have to start building and kind of see what happens. So I'm going to quickly run over there, as well as I do not have an ocean village yet. I think building in the water will allow me to get an ocean village, so that will be very helpful. Obviously, when the game updates, hopefully they add new buildings to each village. I do have a level 10 shore village at my beach house, but other than that, I think the last village I need is the ocean village. So I'm going to quickly head over there. We'll try and find an area to build at, and then we'll just get building. And I think this is going to turn out really cool. So here we go. We're at the ocean, but I want to find an area where there's not too many rocks. So I might have to run over to the left a little bit, I think, or we can run to the right. I do want, okay, I'm going to run over to the left. My beach house is on the right over there, and over there, it's just straight desert. So, and it honestly looks like desert is over here as well, but I'm going to search around for a little bit, and hopefully we're able to find the perfect spot to start building. I just don't want all of these rocks in the way. I don't know if they would like fully be in my way, but you know what, if there's no rocks, then we don't even have to worry about them, because I don't think I can break those. So yeah, I definitely do not want to build in this area over here. So here we are. I think I found the perfect place to do it, and although there are a good amount of rocks, there is this big rock right here which should be taller than all of the rocks out there. So what I plan on doing at first is making a little runway up to this rock, just a nice stairway, and once we do that, then we can start building our normal stairway all the way out there. So we do need to find the perfect stairs, and I feel like something like this is probably just going to be best, and I think I'm going to make it 3 wide just like that, and now we can build all the way up to the rock. I hope this turns out exactly how I imagine it in my head, because if it does, it should be pretty cool. I think we need one more staircase, and then we should be able to just start heading straight on out. So now with our staircase down, I do want to support it just to make sure, you know, nothing happens, because if this were to fall, that would obviously suck a lot. So there we go. We got most of the supports down, and now we should be able to start making the pathway to go all the way out into the ocean. So I do need to find the perfect floor piece to make it sure, you know, this is pretty easy to do. And I think this one will be too big, so yeah, I'll need to get something just a little bit smaller. So I ended up making the walkway all the way to where I want it to be, and I think I should be able to break that rock right there and those 2 rocks right there. I really hope I am, because if not, It might not turn out the way I want it to, but I did add some supports right here onto this rock, so hopefully that adds a little bit in case one of these break. It doesn't just fully fall in the water. But now I think it is time to start building the actual base for the water temple, and honestly I might change it up and turn this over into this direction because it's way more open over here. So that's what I think I'm actually gonna do. So if I bring this over here, I should be able to just put that like that, and now I can make a little walkway going over here just a little bit, and we can start turning it over in this direction over here, and I think that will make it a lot better just because we don't have to worry about any rocks being in our way. So I'm gonna quickly make this pathway all the way up to here, and then we'll find the perfect area where we want to build, and then we can start building this thing. It's gonna be so cool. So yeah, let me quickly do this. So here we go. This should be the perfect place and give me plenty of room on each side so I do not bump into any of the rock. I do need to quickly go grab some more granite, and then I am going to add some railings on all of these platforms, and then I'll start placing down the... Oh no, do not fall in the water. But I'll start placing down all of the foundations to start building our huge temple. So I'm really excited to see how this turns out. Let me quickly go get as much granite as I can, and then I'll be right back. So I ended up adding a railing all the way across the entire walkway and the stairs, and I think it looks pretty good. I also do plan on adding some lights on top of all of the railings, so you know, it kind of gives it a bit of a brighter feel. What I also ended up doing was making a platform right here, which this is not the biggest platform right now, but what I plan on doing is making one really big main base right here, and then we can also just start expanding it into different areas. Like we can make another walkway going out over here into another like little building over this way, and then same on this side, and keep doing that for the entire base. But I think it is now time to start building the actual temple itself. So I should have a decent amount of materials on me, so I hope I have enough to at least get started. And to start the building, I do want to start using some of these ancient slanted like walls. So I think these are definitely going to be best, and yeah, these will definitely get the job done. But what I also need to do is place down some stairs. So I'm going to quickly find the stairs that I want to use, which I think it's going to be these stairs right here, and I'll just end up coming like about right here, and now we can start placing down the stairs. So I feel like something like that should be fine, just 2 of them. I'll also need to end up grabbing some of these railings so we can put these on the side just like this, and let me just make sure it's lined up perfectly. Okay, there we go. And then I can also do the same on that side. So there we go. Our stairs are officially down, and now we can start adding all of the other walls to like lay out the entire building. So now I think for the walls, I will end up using all of these slanted ones just like this, and I should be able to place them. I don't know if I should place them way up here, or if I think I make them even with the back just like that. And I accidentally made a little gap in there, and now my game is frozen. Whenever it turns nighttime, my game freezes for a little bit, so that's okay. There we go, we are back. But yeah, that's kind of weird. Let me know if that happens with anybody else, because if you have a fix for it, I'd really appreciate the fix. And once again, it froze again, so now I gotta wait. But something like that is what I want to go for, and yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And now I can start building up the rest of it. So I think I will go around and just make it a decent size. So I might do like one. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 might be big enough. I might make it a little bit bigger, but I'm going to end up seeing exactly how big it is. So there's 4, and now we can kind of step back and get a good look at it. So that's 4. I might end up doing maybe 1 more on each side and then start turning it around. So yeah, I think I'm going to do 1 more, and then we can start building the rest of it. So yeah, so this is what I ended up doing. I added a few railings all the way around, which I think they look pretty good, as well as I added this little area on the inside. And now it is time to start adding all of the walls and all of the different levels to the building. So what I want to do, obviously, I want to use the Shogun presets, which are these walls right here, and I feel like these will definitely look the best, but I need to figure out the best way to place these. I think what I might have to do before I start placing all of the walls is start doing the flooring for the inside. And for the flooring for the inside, I don't really know what I want to use. I could use these floors right here. I feel like these ones are the best to use. Yeah, okay, I'm probably going to use these ones, but there is another one. I don't really like the other one, so I am just going to use this one right here. And I kind of want to make sure the vents line up so it's not all random. So this is what I've came up with the floor. I added this very, very white flooring for like kind of like an accent piece, and then the main floor is going to be this brown, very dark color, and I think the white and brown look very good next to each other. And then I also left this middle open as well, so I think I'm going to use this middle part as like a staircase where I can go up, and then also a way I can get down into the basement. But now it is time to start adding all of the walls. So I did place down these 2 walls right here. I think these are the walls I'm going to go for, so I just have to get them very quickly, and once we get all of them placed, we can start building all the way up. And I think this place is going to turn out very nicely. I hope it looks really good considering it is in the middle of the ocean, but I need to find these pieces, and I believe it was this one right here. Nope, it's the one with the dots. So it's this one right here, and now we can start going all the way around and start placing them. Another thing I just thought of adding is windows. So I need to add windows, and there are a few that come and fit with this style. So I believe right there should be the middle. We have 3 and then 4 and then 4 and 4. Okay, right there should be good. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Okay, yeah, that should be centered. So I'm gonna add a window right there, and then honestly I could even add, oh, I misplaced that one, but I could add these little windows as well on each side, and it might give it a nice little effect. And yeah, okay, I really like that. So now all we have to do is do that once again over here. So there we go, our windows and walls are down, and now we just have to add it on every single side. But I feel like that looks pretty good, and once we start adding all of the different levels in the inside, it's gonna look amazing. And I really hope I'm able to decorate today. I might not be able to, but if not, I'm gonna do it at the beginning of tomorrow's video. But now all we have to do is start adding these walls along the outside, and I think I'm gonna only add the windows at the very front like I previously did over there. But we'll have to see how like everything turns out. And I don't think I'm gonna leave a gap over here, just because this one does not have an exit at the back, which I mean I could add one so you could go and look at the outside and see the amazing ocean. But as of right now, I'm not going to do that. What I'll probably end up doing is on like the second floor, I will end up making like a balcony that overlooks this entire area over here, just because it looks so cool. But I'm going to quickly add all of the walls, and then we will come back, and then we'll be able to see what else we are working with and kind of like form the inside from there. But let me quickly place all of this stuff, and I'll be right back. So this is what I have come up with so far. I added a roof on the final story. I added all of the walls all the way around, if you guys can tell, and then I have not done anything on the inside. But if we come all the way up top, I am also going to be adding another story up here. This one will go 3 high as well, and I think this one will be the final story. But I'll also be adding railings up here, kind of like I did down below, and I think it will just make it look super nice. And yeah, I think this is going to turn out awesome. But those are all of the materials I have for today. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you go down below and drop a sub and drop a like. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. See you guys. Peace out.